The Charlotte Hornets. Ooh. Diddly D. Oh, Miles. You saw the 2K trailer for the PA announcers, right?
Yeah.
That they're gonna have the real guys, and
he's the TV guy.
Who?
The Diddly.
Oh no, yeah. I know he's a TV guy, but the guy in the announcers, right? In the PA announcers, they were saying Miles Bridges' name, and the way he says it is so cool. He goes, Miles Bridges, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's from there's a YouTuber named QJB.
Really?
Remember him?
No.
His character was like, his name was London Bridges.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd be like, London Bridges.
No, I never. I think I'm too young.
That's my child.
I think I'm too young. You're like 21.
I'm 19. Damn. There's gonna be some furniture moving.
All right, next team, Charlotte Hornets. This team, I kind of had it's one of the teams that me and Miles had a hard time with. Obviously, you're going to have LaMelo start. I mean, who else can you go to? You're gonna have him start.
The spots that I had set in stone are like LaMelo, Terry's gonna start, Gordon's gonna start.
Yeah.
There's some conversations about the four. Miles had a pretty good year.
Yeah.
He improved shooting. He's shooting like 40% from three.
Yeah.
Mason Plumlee, obviously. This is what I think is going to happen to Mason Plumlee. He's going to start the year,
Mm-hmm.
right? Midway through the year, they're going to give Kai Jones the starting job.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be hot.
I think
That'd be real hot.
they're gonna alternate starts. Like Mason starts like 4 games, and then Kai he'll get the run at some point. I like the 5 of LaMelo, Terry, Gordon Hayward, PJ Washington, and Kai. Because I feel like
PJ Washington, man.
Huh?
RP.
Oh yeah, rip. Yeah, you know what's funny? When I was making this depth chart, I was gonna put Brittany Renner on PJ Washington's spot, but I was like, nah.
We'll spare the guy.
Well, yeah, we'll spare him. He deserves it. He just wants to see his kid.
Yeah.
He's tweeting it out like every day now. But so there are a lot of different ways. I think for this team, it preference matters a little bit for like how you want to run. So there's no real. I think Charlotte is probably going to be in like top 5 of like different of the number of times they have different starting lineups.
Okay, like the different variations used.
Yeah, like they'll probably have like 20 maybe, or like no, that's too high. Like 10 or 15 probably in that range of like different starting lineups.
Yeah, they'll have like 5 just based off of Gordon Hayward being healthy or not.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see, because I like LaMelo.
Terry.
For the 2, for me, it's the question of like, I think you start off with Book Knight, giving him his own unit to see how he runs just his own unit. But at some point, if he does go crazy, do you put him next to LaMelo for basically a 2-point guard set?
Yeah. They did sign Terry to a big deal.
Right.
So,
I did see that too. So I don't know if he's gonna want to come off the bench.
Yeah.
To a rookie nonetheless.
That's true.
So I think they start out the year with Book Knight giving him his own unit. But again, the question is,
I mean, that'd be a solid unit, and coming on with Oubre, Miles Bridges,
and Kai.
I mean, that's
solid.
Yeah.
It's solid. I mean,
young.
And Ish Smith is a good veteran. Like he's solid. He's always been solid. The dude's like sneaky fast. And then the 3, I think this depth stays.
It's got to be Gordon.
Unless he decides not to play, because that's why he didn't play the play-in last year, because he hurt his fingy.
The guy can't stay healthy ever since he broke his leg in half.
I still remember that. Like watching it live.
Hayward has broken his leg.
Like I still remember that. I still.
Dude, but like, Kevin Harlan, no sympathy.
Yeah.
Oh, Hayward has broken his leg in half. It's like, what? Like, come on, dude. The guy has a family. And they pan over to Dwayne Wade with his
and
head
he's just holding it down. Like it was so sad, bro.
Hayward has lost his leg. That's horrible, man.
Freaking this dude was a freaking amputee on the court. But I still remember like where I was when it happened, and like
Opening night, right?
opening night.
That's tough.
It sucked. Everybody thought the Celtics were gonna do great that year until that happened, and like I knew it as soon as he landed. I was like, because I've landed, my ankles.
Yeah.
I've landed like that so many times, and obviously I'm just blessed that I have like a broken ankle like he had. But I just knew it right away. I was like, this dude's not looking well. And then they panned it, and then his foot is just dangling.
Yeah, it was facing
the
other way.
Damn, dude, like that's tough. But I don't think none will be worse than Paul George's broken leg.
And it's funny, his looked worse, but it wasn't that severe. It was just like a.
It was just a snap and a half,
Yeah.
which is always better because
Yeah.
snap and halves take for some like it's just snaps and
I
halves.
think
So there's no.
Hayward's. I mean, Paul George is worse, but I think Hayward's like the severity of it.
The severity was right. Yeah, because it took him a while to completely come back
Yeah.
to be able to have like just the courage to go for a layup in traffic.
Yeah, I think he still has it in the back of his mind.
Yeah, it's like damn, I could break my other one.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
But yeah, so Gordon Hayward I think stays at 3 if he stays healthy. Then again, Kelly is a good backup. He's solid.
Kelly, he's gonna have to play his way back to into like his role again, because in Golden State they hated him, and I mean,
because he couldn't shoot.
the guy couldn't shoot the ball.
He couldn't shoot the ball. So we'll see if this is like a redemption year for him, which most likely
And
will be.
It took a while for him to get signed too, so
Yeah.
he has that Jalen Green chip.
Yeah. So I like it. I mean Kelly Oubre is one sexy motherfucker. So
Yeah, he fits them too.
and he fits with them defensively. He fits with them slashing wise. Just the question is like, again, when you have the bench unit right on the second line, you have Ish, Bouknight, Kelly, Miles Bridges, Kai. You really only have like 2 shooters if Kelly is not who he is. Kai can't shoot, and then Ish is has never been known to shoot threes. So like, can Bouknight basically be?
That's not their style, man. They like to run and gun.
They like to run and gun. I know, but we'll see.
And then Bouknight gives them something that they haven't had, and that's like that shot creation.
Right.
Like as good as LaMelo is passing wise and all that, his shot creation, like he's not getting to the elbow and pulling up. Bouknight has that.
Mm-hmm.
Terry and Bouknight are the only guys who have that, and they play the same position.
Right, which is
Kinda tough,
good.
yeah.
Which is good. Defensively, last year I think they were not that great defensively, because if you just look at this team, like interior,
It's all about Mason Plumlee,
no, he's never been.
PJ Washington ain't much of a defender.
No, Gordon Hayward, he's too scared. Terry,
PJ Washington's kind of becoming that John Collins mold.
yes,
Shoot the ball, catch oops.
yeah.
I mean, he's not defending your best player.
Yeah, he's a carbon copy of John Collins basically. Gordon Hayward, he's just too scared. Rozier, never been much of a defender either, and LaMelo's too lazy. So defensively, I don't know where you go. Like, let's say
Miles is your best defender.
on this
Kelly
team,
and Miles Bridges.
Kelly and Miles Bridges are your best defenders. If Kai Jones ends up being an interior force when he does get the minutes, like we said, then he'll start. Because I feel like what's the coach's name? Borrego. If he understands, or if he notices that they have a higher plus minus defensively when Kai Jones is on the floor, interior wise, and he's just getting more blocks, he's just getting more boards, and like just working harder because the young legs, then he's going to start at that point. I think that's the trigger when they're gonna pull Plumlee and put Kai in the starting lineup just defensively. But like for Kai, I think his role comes in when he plays somebody who plays like him, if that makes sense. Like has no post game. Like you put Plumlee for size when you play Jokic, when you play Embiid,
Steven
Adams, because Kai's gonna get launched to the third row if he even just plays Steven Adams.
You can play Kai against the Nets.
You can put Kai against the Nets because I mean it's just Claxton, right?
Yeah.
And so, but that's interior wise. That's the question. But I think that makes sense where you put Kai, somebody who has no post game, a center has no post game. But when you do have a center that has a post game, then you put in Plum. That's the trigger that's gonna happen. From the 4 spot, well, I don't know. Miles Bridges, obviously defensively, is better than all these other guys in the 4 spot.
Yeah.
So you put him. Do you think JT Thor's on here? Do you think he gets minutes? I don't think he does.
I don't think he plays any minutes.
I like JT Thor. A lot of people like
Spot
him.
minutes. I mean, I think Vernon Carey Jr. gets minutes over him.
Really? You think Vernon Carey Jr. gets minutes at all? That's why I left him off.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get some minutes.
They have they're really top. This is one of the teams where they're top heavy too from 3 on. The Hornets have 3 guys. The 3 spot has 3-4 guys depending on preference. 4 has 3-4 guys depending on preference, and then the 5 spot has 4 or 5 guys. I don't have Nick Richards on here. I don't have Vernon Carey on here. And then if you count JT Thor at 5, then you put him there. But there's just a lot of guys that are just gonna
I'll tell you what, this team's not gonna win many games, right?
No.
But they'll be really fun to watch.
They'll be really fun to watch.
This is gonna be a league pass team that I watch.
Yeah, a league pass team.
I just want to see Kai Jones catch hoops.
Yeah, and I want to see Book Knight. I'm really high on Book Knight. The dude can score. I don't know how he fell this low. To this day, I don't know how he fell. I don't know how he fell this low.
Okay, over under 40 wins for this team. I'm going under. They won 33 last year.
How does gambling work? If I say over, that means 40, right?
Okay, over under 40 and a half. So anything over 40.
So under 40 and a half. I think at 40. Then they go at 40. Because
Well,
there's 82 games.
That's under.
Oh, yeah. So under 40 and a half. Because there's 82 games, right? So that means we're projecting them to win basically half. Or be 500. Yeah, I see them 500. I think they're a 500 team. They're
I think they'll go 38 and 44.
That's a good range.
And they went 33 and 39 last year.
Yeah.
I just don't know if.
I think Book Knight literally will be at some point
LaMelo's gonna make his jump.
Oh yeah.
Of course, but I just don't know if these are the pieces. Mason Plumlee, is that really the piece that's gonna help you go to the playoffs?
No.
Ish Smith off the bench.
No.
Is he gonna help you?
This is not a playoff team. This is a play-in team. This is easily a play-in team. It's
Kelly
just
Oubre's solid. Book Knight's a rookie. I mean, he'll contribute, but he's not going to contribute to taking to the playoffs. Maybe next year or his third year.
Do you think LaMelo suffers a sophomore slump?
We'll see.
If people because
I'm an Ant-Man guy.
Yeah, you're an Ant-Man.
I'm an Ant-Man truther.
Yeah. So
I think Ant-Man's going to have a better sophomore year.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a better rookie year, but they gave it to LaMelo.
Well,
I don't want to poke that bear though.
Charlotte media darling. So I mean,
I don't.
It's headlines.
Hey, Anthony Edwards said, "Don't let me get to 6'6". Robert Cole Jordan, he's 6'6". So
I saw something
I'm scared.
I saw something earlier. Speaking of rookie of the year, I saw something on Twitter that apparently Donovan Mitchell got robbed rookie of the year. It's trending in Philadelphia.
Oh really?
Yeah. So the same thing might happen.
I'm still mad about that.
What? Oh yeah.
LaMelo?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the guy,
it was close, but I was
the guy missed 30, 40 games.
Yeah, I think there should always be a threshold for awards, but 30, 40 games, that's a lot, especially for a broken hand.
Yeah, it's tough.
And he didn't even come back right.
Yeah.
He didn't shoot well after.
Anthony Edwards, his last month of the season, the guy was averaging 27.
Yeah.
It was crazy, something crazy.
So, I mean, we're angry, but
we'll see. I mean,
ideally
I see LaMelo probably averaging 19, 7-7.
19, 7-7. Yeah.
6'6". I don't know.
Yeah, I think you compare him to
or he can make that jump and be a 20+ scorer. Well, I haven't seen that yet. Him breaking down a guy and then getting to the rim.
He's not there yet. He's not there. He gets most of his points off of fast break pull up threes, fast break layups.
Yeah. I mean his facilitating is great.
Yeah, he has no floater game yet, unless he's been working on it.
That's what I want to see from him, because we know Lonzo. Well, he's just pretty much a 3-point shooter.
Lonzo struggles in the paint. He sucks. He's a sucky.
Yeah, so I want to see LaMelo be able to get to that point.
He has the ability, because I think with LaMelo's body type, it's a little lankier and a little more athletic.
He's 6'8", right?
Yeah.
6'8", 6'9". So you could really punish defenses in the pick and roll with that height.
Yeah.
Abuse the smaller defender. If he can get a post game, I know he's small, frame-wise.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you can get a post game, Luka's added it. Like, you need a post game.
Yeah, a little bit just to get the switch off.
Yeah.
Or to like if they don't switch, if they don't switch.
In this league, you got to take whatever advantage you get.
Yeah.
And if you got a 6-inch advantage on a guy and you're not posting up, like,
yeah,
that's why I get mad at Porzingis.
Yeah, I saw him do it on overtime a bunch of times. Yeah, overtime. I'm calling you out for freaking brainwashing me for all these ball highlights for the past 6 years.
Who do you think the team MVP is gonna be?
LaMelo.
LaMelo.
It has to be. Like, I don't
watch Terry Rozier average like 26.
Yeah, like does Terry Rozier have a scary Terry year?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, obviously the departure of Devontae Graham helps, considering that you basically replace him with Bouknight, but Bouknight's so much better, I think. So
we don't know that yet.
Well, we don't know that yet, but
the
potential is higher than Devontae. So this is one of those teams where I think it's just going to be really fun to watch, but aren't going to make much noise outside from that, other than like this is the perfect team to promote the NBA.
This is a House of Highlights team right here.
Basically, this is the perfect team to promote the NBA.
This is an NBA Dunk Week #NBA Dunk Week caption team right here.
Exactly. Like I could see like who do you think is going to have more dunks? Oh. I want to count them out. Charlotte or Chicago?
Charlotte.
Yeah?
Miles Bridges is going to get like 50 alone.
50 alone? Okay. We're going to tabulate that at the end of the year. We're going to... someone remind us. Who's going to have the most dunks? Charlotte or Chicago? Put it in the comments. What do you think each one's going to get? But, okay, in this team, who do you think is going to get more dunks?
Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges, yeah. I feel like Miles Bridges is going to pull a dunk of the year next year. Yeah. Or this coming year. Okay, let's say... they start Bouknight over Rozier. Let's just say hypothetically, right? Who is your first scoring option at that point?
Gordon Hayward.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your second?
LaMelo Ball.
And your third is Bouknight?
I don't trust the rookie though. I mean,
you're right.
I mean, that's kind of a lot to put that load on him. So like.
But I think he's ready. He has the attitude for it.
I think Rozier's gonna be the.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Rozier, Hayward, LaMelo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean...
But then LaMelo's obviously going to have the ball most of the time, but he's going to be finding guys.
Yeah. Let's see. How would I do it? I mean, obviously LaMelo's the star player, but the thing is he's so weird. It's just like... it's almost exactly like Lonzo in a way where, like, they're the star player of their team, they just can't create for themselves, so you can't call them the first scoring option.
They, like, defer more to the other guy.
Yeah, so like
Hayward has a package. I mean,
yeah, Hayward's always been solid. He's always been nice in the mid range.
He has the ability to put up 22 to 24 again.
Yeah, which I think he will. I think it'll be a redemption year for him, because obviously he missed out. He's going to be healthy, unless something crazy happens in like the next. Like I'm gonna open my phone right now at the end of recording this, and it's just gonna be like, yeah, Gordon Hayward tore his ACL or something. Like, knock on wood, but hopefully that doesn't happen. But we'll see. He's able to stay healthy, but...
I mean, I want LaMelo to surprise me.
Yeah.
Put up 20 plus this year, man.
I hope, because you're going to get... If you don't, there's going to be a lot of Ant-Man truthers.
If Anthony Edwards averages 24 next year, it's over for LaMelo.
Yeah.
They're going to come for that Rookie of the Year trophy.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That's going to be a fun little rivalry to watch over their careers. Anthony Edwards versus...
yeah, it's gonna be
markets, you know.
It's gonna be the same thing for Luka and Trey. It'll have the same like substance as to like. Obviously, they won't ever meet each other in the playoffs unless they meet in the finals, but that'll never happen unless they switch teams. Because the roster construction, like this is not a. No. This is nowhere near even a playoff team.
Yeah.
This is just a play-in team, and I don't even know. It depends. Like, if they play Washington. Let's say I don't know who
Washington wins that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know who wins. We'll see. Unless like you get a crazy game for somebody, but I don't see who wins.
You know, they're on my list though for teams to watch, just like having fun watching basketball.
Oh yeah. This is the perfect.
Yeah.
This is the team that'll promote the NBA. That easily will promote the NBA, and so like it'll be good for basketball. But if you look at this team deeply, roster construction-wise, this is just a play-in team. I like the pieces. I like the Kelly Oubre addition. Like we look here, I like the Kelly Oubre addition. They lost Malik Monk, but they got back with Kelly basically. Even though Malik is a true scorer off the bench, like they did pretty well. Like he was basically like a six man for them, like a solid six man for them.
Mm-hmm.
They can come off the bench, score like high volume. But I mean, you just had to give the roster spot to Bouknight in the first place, and then Oubre gives you the defensive punch more than the offensive punch. You lost Caleb Martin, which is the twin.
We don't care. We
don't care. They added Kai Jones, obviously, and then they lost Devontae Graham.
Have fun in Europe, Caleb.
Have fun in Europe. It's so. I wonder how they told Cody.
It's either you stay with us, or you get cut and go to Europe too. And he chose to stay.
Just to stay.
I'm pretty sure they could switch like roles. Like Caleb can go in.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't notice. Like Cody, I don't feel like playing. I want to play.
It's like Markieff and Marcus.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've switched jerseys before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I mean, I like roster again. We'll see what happens. They're a playing team. They're like at a 500, a little below maybe 500 team, but again at the same time, the East is so good that like they might not even reach like 40 wins. Like they might be at 30 or something something like floor for them is like 30 wins.
Someone's got to lose
because again, like we keep saying with every single team, it's just like both conferences have gotten so good that somebody's got to lose. So unless they go on a crazy hot streak and they get a pretty easy schedule, I haven't checked their schedule or like difficulty. So we'll see if they get consistent bad teams for like a full month. And if they go on a hot streak. So we'll see. I'm excited for this team to watch them, but I'm not excited for this team just like where they like playoff wise. So yeah, leave your predictions in the comments. Not the comics. We don't have comics yet. The comments.
Come on, Stanley.
In the comments. Where you see this team going above, what do we say, 40.5?
Yeah.
Over under 40.5 wins.
Going under.
Do you like Kai Jones and Bouknight on this team? Do you think they get run together? How much impact do you think they have on this team is the question. So yeah, we'll go on the next team.